Do you feel like any moment you're going to be found out for not being good enough? Have you achieved great successes but feel an unworthiness for achieving them? Well, you're not alone. CEOs and celebrities have expressed this same feeling, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what this feeling is and a way to get rid of it. Hi, my name is Patrick Riley, and I help people rewire their subconscious minds so they can remove this imposter syndrome feeling once and for all. I used to suffer with this all the time. People would acknowledge me for things that I would do, and I would just think they were lying, or I would just like brush it off. When I would go out into public to try and grow my business or seminars, I would get the sense of being scared, like feeling like a scared child, like that I didn't belong or that I was an imposter, and people would could see right through me. No matter how I would go or what I would achieve, or where I would go or what I would achieve, I would feel this. I thought it was a lack of success that at the time that was causing this, but the more successful I got, I struggled with it. And now I even have more uncertainty because I couldn't figure out what was causing it. This feeling caused me to self-sabotage relationships, different business opportunities, you name it, because I never really felt like I was wanted or I should be there. Well, it turns out this is just faulty programming that was installed in my mind as a child. We're all programmed by our parents from age 0 to 7, and it goes like this. Let's say you buy a computer, and the built-in operating system prepares it to work, but if there is no programs in the computer, then the computer can't really do anything. Now, if you relate that to a child, when the brain develops, it's got an operating system, but there are no programs in it. So nature created the first 7 years of our lives to download behaviors by observing our parents, our siblings, and our community. And in this way, a child can learn all of the behavioral characteristics necessary to be able to be a functioning member of the family and a functioning member of the community. But since we are downloading programs by observing other people, what happens if we download programs that are not very positive programs, that are actually very negative programs, that have an adverse effect on our health and our mindset? So, in those first 7 years of your life, your brain is in a state of hypnosis, which is a characteristic of a brain frequency called theta, which is just below consciousness. And we know that 70% of those programs we download from others are negative, disempowering, and even self sabotaging. Now, when you understand this, if these programs or beliefs are not conducive to success or the person you want to become, you will constantly feel like you're not good enough. And that's where the imposter syndrome comes in. And if you're like any one of the number of clients that have the imposter syndrome that I work with, it's carried with a multiple other conflicts such as fear of success, procrastination, self-sabotage, self-doubt, and anxiety. Let me know if you have any of those. Drop a comment below this video. Yeah, because we're all like, there's a lot of people that experience this, and there's not a lot of people that are talking about this. Everyone I worked with, including myself, just tried to get rid of this problem by reading books, going to therapy, meditating, and affirmations, only to find that none of these created the lasting change that we truly seek. So late last year, I went on a mission to find out how to remove this problem completely, because I was seeing it run rampant in successful communities. Most people just deal with it, but I knew there had to be a way to get rid of it. Because this is a personal belief, but I believe that a lot of depression and a lot of the suicide that happens with older people that are successful is because of this. So I wanted to find a way that we can remove this permanently. And what I found was not only a way to remove this way of thinking, but I found a way to get rid of the root cause of the problem and eliminate it so it never came back. It finally creates that lasting change that we all seek. What you need to do is you need to change the way your brain coded those events. Now, you may not be consciously aware of what they are right now, but all your memories are coded in your subconscious mind in what we call the timeline. And this is believed to play a significant role in your personality. It includes all your happy memories, sad memories, your fears, and your self-doubts and other limiting beliefs. Even though many of those memories have been long forgotten or pushed away, because remembering them is far too painful, and they're stored in permanently in our brain. Whether you remember them or not, they're there. What I do is eliminate those memories it enables you to release once and for all the troubling emotions, limiting beliefs connected to your past so that you can move on with your life, no longer held back by them. And by doing this at the unconscious level, I can help you make positive changes in your life that you may have believed were once impossible. This is a process for deep, lasting, permanent personal transformation, and enables you to learn from those past events that may have been haunting you for years or even decades. And you might not even be consciously aware of this. Most people that I work with kind of block this out. Or if you're like me, I kind of just as an adult looking back on those, I'm like, oh, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as other people or things, that happened. But as a child, when you're experiencing that, it's a whole lot differently, and your brain records it in a totally different meaning. So, since lasting behavioral changes occur at the unconscious level rather than the conscious level, this works by bringing about change at the unconscious level. This enables you to release the inappropriate or unhelpful programming. When this occurs, you'll find that you no longer react to the challenges that you encounter today with negative emotions connected to your past. And that's all it is. We're experiencing the only thing that keeps us stuck is negative emotions and negative beliefs. And it does this very quickly within minutes or a couple of hours, rather than taking days, weeks, months, or even more. So, and I do this in about 8 hours tops, and I guarantee my results. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, shoot me a message, comment below, or go to callwithpatrick.com to book a free clarity call to get to the root cause of what's causing this problem for you, for this issue for you. Again, that's a free call at callwithpatrick.com. Now, this is like so exciting because once you free up your unconscious mind, your life will feel completely different. Imagine what your life will be like when you no longer are carrying around this way of thinking. How will you show up in the world? Your business will change. Your relationship will get better. Everything changes, and it's amazing. Imagine what it's like when you feel totally centered, congruent, and confident with who you are. I really had a trouble with this my entire life, with confidence issues and all these other things. And here I am on this camera expressing the truth because I know this shit works. I spent years trying to figure out how to fix this, and this is exactly how to do this. These techniques are used to get rid of PTSD and veterans returning from war. So everything changes, and if it can do that, what do you think it could do for the self-sabotage stuff? So everything changes, and it's amazing. So instead of constantly trying to spray the proverbial air freshener on the junk that's in your mind, let's remove the junk so you can see everything clearly for what it is, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're clearing the screen on how you view reality once we remove all that negative programming. So wouldn't you agree that there's a much better way to live your life? Let me know in the comments below. So you need to do this now so you can feel happy and finally feel good enough to accept praise and no longer carrying these imposter syndrome feelings with you. Go to callwithpatrick.com. And if you don't, you can sit there and try to figure this out or do this consciously, but what that will get you is in the same spot a year from now, doing the same thing and having these negative thought loops and permanently cementing this negative behavior even further. I know it. I was there. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I love getting this information out there because it's seriously like I don't hear anyone talking about it. I hear stuff about the unconscious mind and the programming and do this meditation to do all this stuff. I'd never found anything like this. And this is seriously the key to get you out of this position and get unstuck. So if you know someone else that might be interested, might be experiencing this as well, please share this with them. And nobody should have to live with this, live this way. Not anymore. Not with this. Not when we have stuff like this available. So until we meet, stay awesome and keep up the good work. Bye now.